And so long as you're meeting or satisfying a physical desire, Chazon Ish says, your mind's not going to be clear. Needless to say, you're never going to arrive at Emunah, which requires a clear mind. Emunah requires a clear mind because it's required that you understand everything that's going on. Not just the situation, but the world around it. You're analyzing not just Corona. You're analyzing everything around it. Who, what, when, how, where, this, that, everything. Not just the shul, but the community. Not just the house, but the whole neighborhood, the city, the schools, the shuls. You analyze, in order to have a clear understanding, it's everything. He also says, and he also has to be in a calm state. If you're panicking, it's not the right time to make a decision. Just as much as it's not the right time to think that you're going to have emunah in the middle of panic. You know, people sometimes say, no, when I was panicking, but then I made the right decision. I had emunah in Hashem. That's not emunah, it's desperation. No, everything was going bad, but I said, no, Hashem's going to do it, and I pressed the button. No, you pressed the button because you only had two options. That's not emunah. If you were panicking, that's not emunah. It's not bitachon. It's not bitachon. Emunah and bitachon are only exercised when you're calm, collected, and you make a decision based on analyzing all of the information. Even if the whole world is collapsing, you're still analyzing the situation for what it is, purely with your mind and not with your heart. So long as you're losing your mind, panicking, full of anxiety, whatever decision you make may have some emunah in it, may have some bitachon in it, which will explain the difference in a moment, but it's still not going to be 100%. Why? There's still emotions involved there that are steering the decision one side or the other. In order for it to be complete, you have to simply analyze the facts like a doctor. You know, doctors, the better they are at what they do, the more disconnected they are from reality. Meaning, a surgeon that's a good surgeon cannot be your best friend too while he's giving you surgery. Why? Because if he cares too much about you as a person and your relationship and so on, he's going to be scared to do the surgery. He's going to be scared to cut you because he cares about you being in pain. He's going to be scared to hurt you because of this, because of that. He's not going to be a good surgeon. Hence the reason why a father is not supposed to give a surgery to his son and the son not to give surgery to his father. Why? There's emotions there. Those emotions are going to steer the decision one way or the other. Now, a person that is a good surgeon is many times not going to have good bedside manner. Meaning he's not going to be very friendly. Why? He's disconnected from people. He just simply looks at facts. Half the heart's not working. I got to work on that heart. Yeah, but what about the guy who's going to be in pain? That's not my business. Well, you're cutting him. He's going to have a scar there. Scar, no scar. If I don't fix it, he's going to die. I don't care about the scar. I have to cut here, cut there, cut there, in order to save his life. Yeah, what about? Nothing what about. I got to save the life. That's it. So a good surgeon is going to look at what it is. Now, does that mean they should be nasty to you? No. Like the doctor I saw last week probably has a place waiting for him somewhere. Why? He wasn't giving me a surgery, but he was still nasty. But there are some people like that. They're just nasty naturally. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when he's in the middle of a surgery, There's no like high fives and what's up and what's going on and how was your weekend. I'm looking at it, it doesn't make a difference who this person is. There's a heart, there's a lung, there's a leg, there's an arm, there's a whatever, I got to do my job, finished. Same thing if somebody goes in a mission, special mission for an army, sniper. The sniper is not allowed to start thinking about his target's family, his target's personal interests, his target's hobbies. He's not allowed. Why? He's the target. I gotta go, shoot, leave. Yeah, what about all the chaos that's going to happen after that as a result of this guy dying now? His family's going to cry. His daughter was waiting for her to pick him up from school. His best friend is really going to buy him a present. All this stuff, that's not my business. Why? I got a job. This guy is danger to the public. He's danger to society. He's a target. I have a mission. I got to shoot. I got to leave. Bye. The second your emotions get involved, you can no longer do the job. Now, le'avdil, a Jew that wants to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu at the highest level must look at his Emunah, must look at his bitachon, must look at his avodat Hashem, no different than the greatest surgeon in the world looks at his patient. No different than a sniper looks at his suspect, at his victim, at his target. You have to be focused on it and it alone. Which means you have to remove as many of the emotions that you could possibly remove in order to analyze and dissect the situation for what it is. The less emotions you have and more facts, the easier it's going to be for you to do the right thing. Doesn't mean you need to be emotionless. Emotions are part of the choice of how you're going to affect people, how it's going to affect you, and so on, but you're analyzing the emotions rather than being emotional about the actions. If I do this, this and this is going to happen emotionally. If I do that, this and this is going to happen emotionally. Not start crying before you did anything. So a person has to become, and he has to understand of the creation, his responsibility, of acquiring Emunah and Bitachon, first requires him to understand what the difference is. Now, Emunah is understanding that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the one that's running the world. He is the one that broke Corona. He is the one that brought the Holocaust. He is the one that brought iPhones. He's the one that brought electricity. He's the one that brought the whole world. He's the one that brought all people, the Jews and the non-Jews. He's the one that created all animals. He's the one that monitors everything, and so on and so forth. That's Emunah. Understanding that HaKadosh Baruch Hu runs the world. Bitachon is having a clarity that also He's going to help you too. It's more specific. Emunah is understanding the general picture of how HaKadosh Baruch Hu runs the world and you fit within that world. Bitachon is that He's going to specifically help you, having the confidence that He's going to help you specifically. Now, a person that has Emunah, meaning has an understanding that HaKadosh Baruch Hu runs the world, created all creation, satiates all creation, and so on, a person that has Emunah doesn't necessarily have Bitachon. But a person that has Bitachon surely has Emunah. Because if you believe that Hashem will help you, and you have Bitachon, surely you have an understanding that Hashem helps the rest of the world too, unless you're a sociopath. And then that means that your bitachon is not bitachon, but rather some other mental condition.